Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. This game didn't really have the best release, with a lot of complaints with floaty gameplay, people being forced into a sim setting of having to play with 4 people, also with the lobbies disconnecting, a not so simple combat system, and also giving you a small roster of only 16 characters when you have an anime with way more characters. But probably one of the most glaring issues was the presentation. All these things led to JJK Cursed Clash not really having the best initial release, but now that it's been over a year since the game was released, how have things changed, and is the game better, and is it worth your money now? That's what we're going to be talking about today, man. Some of the new features and just the state of the game now and the future, and if we even have a chance of getting a sequel to this game. But if you want to see more in-depth details about how I would actually fix this game, make sure to check out my other video. But today's anime question is going to be, would you play a JJK Cursed Clash 2? Or do you think they should just scrap the whole idea in whole? Let me know in the comments, man. If there's something you think might be interesting, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things. And let's go and hop to this video. So we look at JJK Cursed Clash now. There are quite a few things that they did fix, and they did add some new features, but some of these don't really feel that useful. One thing they added was an arcade mode, which basically allows you to do like a boss rush, which is pretty similar to one of the modes they already have. Kind of seems pointless, but they do throw in some story mode only bosses, so you can actually fight some of the future DLC characters that got thrown into the game. They also revamped the menus a little bit to try to make it look a little bit better as far as the presentation goes. They added regional matchmaking, and they also added a Mahoraga special battle for the Shibuya DLC, where if you're doing the rush battles on a grade 4 level, eventually you can spawn Mahoraga if you have enough of the Shinigami in the top, and you'll have to do a special battle against him. As far as the DLCs that we got released, JJK Cursed Clash actually did a very good job with their DLCs, with them giving us 5 free DLCs and 6 paid DLCs, with the hidden inventory being paid getting Toji, Student Geto, and Gojo, with the Shibuya coming with Meimei, Choso, and now Bito, and with the free DLCs coming from the second years with Momo, Kamo, Mai, Mekamaru, and Miwa. They did a very good job of balancing, making it where players can still get something new even if they weren't paying for something. And they also added some non-playable bosses that make you think that they maybe could have models for these characters in the future, like Mahoraga, Dagon, Haruta, Kinjaku, Evolved Mahito, Shibuya version of Sukuna, and also Urame. As far as the gameplay changes, the core mechanics of the game is still the same, so if you didn't really enjoy the combat because you felt like it was floaty and slow, those things are still there, but they did add some more combo freedom to characters like Yuta and also Geto, allowing them to be able to do some more different combo strings to actually get off their curse techniques better, and they also did some small bounces to the meta character to try to keep the game more balanced. And speaking of meta characters, recently on one of my streams, I decided to use the Daunted Sukuna and Gojo team, which really dominated the ranked matches when this game first came out, to try to use them now to see how strong they were still, and it's not really that good anymore. Sukuna, while he can still hold his own just because of the armor that he has and also the high damage, Gojo definitely requires a little bit more help, especially with some of the zoning characters we have now in this game like Nobara, Kamo, Mekamaru, and Choso. These characters are very good at zoning, and they can prevent Gojo from getting close, especially since his moves take a lot of charge up. And also Meimei having so much armor with her birds allow her to pretty much close in on Gojo with no issues. But it is pretty nice to see that this game did a good job of making some updates to make it where the meta is constantly changing. So what's the future of this game? And you're probably wondering, is it even worth buying this if anything else gets added to the game? Now we do know that we do have the culling games coming in the anime, and we also do have models for some of the characters that I mentioned before. But should you buy it now? I feel like without more DLC and without a game mode that requires less than 4 people at a time, I don't think you should pay full price for this game. And I don't think you should buy this game until you see something saying that we're going to be getting some type of new content, or at least some type of new game mode that's going to allow more players to come. This game needs a big breath of life, and I think this game would really benefit from having a 1v1 mode, or some type of mode that can allow you just to get on and get a match, because it's always going to be easy to at least find one person online, but finding 3 other people that also want to play on a team with somebody they don't know, that's a little hard in this game. But if you enjoyed JJK Cursed Clash, let me know in the comments if you would play a Cursed Clash Part 2, and what changes would you actually make to make this game better, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's really sad that this game ended up going the way that it did, but hopefully we do get some more content in the future, and maybe something that can bring a little bit more life back into this game, considering how much I love the anime JJK. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. We up.